Yes, welcome to Jolly Life. Of course, here on CEMTV. I am Emmanuel Tamunotenari, but you, yes, you, my little special one, you can call me Tammy for short. Of course, I'm not alone in the studio in this cold, rainy weather. The weather oracle herself, the one that predicted, the one that foresaw, the one that prophesied, that is going to rain today. Vera Philip. She's here with us.
Hi, good afternoon. Tell me good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing good though. As I heard the rain, I say very good. Our weather can never fail.
I was in the car this afternoon and then I saw sunlight so bright. It was even like, bordering inside the car. And I was just like, what is this? For 1 minute, I felt like a fake prophet. I was like, but the weather said there would be no sunlight. And while I was still even contemplating inside of me, guess what? The sun went pew.
Wonderful.
Out the way you. So at the end of the day, so if you saw a little bit of sunlight today, that's small swims.
That's small break for you.
Because we are seeing rainfall for the rest of the day, and of course, even if we don't have rains, we have clouds. Well, what can we say? What can we do? We are here for the business of the day, and here for the business of the rain as well.
Exactly, we are here for the business of the day, and here for the business of the rain. You cannot have July. You can have July and not have rain.
You can't see July and see sunlight. They don't come together. They don't mix. They're like water and oil.
But then you say it doesn't mix. I cannot tell you that water and oil mix. If not, we'll not have beans. So be very careful the way you do that.
It needs a lot of processing. What are we going to process here for this particular sun and July to mix now?
But it's still possible because beans can make it possible. July can make it possible.
I know. We like that.
Hi, Vera.
Yes.
Let me ask you this one first. Have you? Okay, let me hold myself. It's not laughing matter. But have you had an argument with somebody so bad you looked at the person and say, it's like I'm going to just kill you at once?
No.
I know I'm asking. I know I'm asking because have you had an argument so bad, like in all your life? Try to remember, even when you were in primary 2, that one person that stole your crayon and you were like, it's my own. He said, no, it's my own. Have you ever had an argument so bad that you looked at this person and made up your mind that this person, I'm going to kill you? This argument we had now, because of this thing you said, I'm going to end your life.
No. I have never ever thought of ending anybody's life. However, a younger version of me have engaged in so much arguments, and I'll be like, hey, I must win this argument no matter what. A younger version of me, but not the version of me right now. So yes, a younger version of me must have probably been like, instead of you to win this argument, I will beat you, I will do something to you. But not now, not as a not now. No, why am I even engaging in argument with somebody?
So
if I'm stating a fact about something, right, and you don't believe me or you're countering that fact, I let you be. At the end of the day, the facts are everywhere. You can see it on the internet. You can see whatever the fact is, you to play out. I don't think I'm at the age where I want to start arguing to the point of, if I don't win this argument, no. I don't think I'm that.
So what if you get older? Let me say I give you 20 years.
Okay.
After 20 years, do you think at that age you'll be in, you can still find an argument that somebody will say something to you in that argument and you say this person needs to go?
I refuse to think that after 20 years, right? 20 years added to my additional age, that I will have an argument with someone to the point where I want to kill the person. I reject it from my future 20 years plus old self. I reject it in Jesus' name. I can't have that sort of argument, and I would never, I pray to God to never put me in such circumstances. I've learned that when we're talking about futuristically, we should not act like, some things are not possible, can't possibly happen to us, or we can't possibly do some things, right? But when it comes to this one, I am saying it futuristically. It is not gonna happen. Sign and seal in heaven that it will not be heard of. That after 20 years that I've been added to my current age, where I am old and grey, I will now be arguing with someone to the point of thinking of killing the person. How many years I want to do in maximum prison? For the rest of my life? No. That's not gonna happen. That's a process can happen. We can't think about it.
I love the fact that you pointed out that we can be put in certain situations.
Yeah.
I want to add something to that one. I think that even if you are put in that situation, you as an intelligent, free-thinking human being, reasonable and logical human being, you will be able to make decisions. I can have an issue with my phone. I say, this my phone, why are you giving me issues now? And I can get upset. Some people will tell you that they will throw the phone against the wall. But guess what? It is a decision. Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
It's a decision. You will choose, even if you are put in that situation. You will choose. Nobody will come from heaven and force you, yeah, do it. If you're put in that situation, it's not like you cannot do the same thing. You understand? But you are the one that will now choose. Should I succumb to this thing, or should I hold myself back? So I think that's my own personal take. I think that even if you are put in that situation, if you fall, it's not because that situation that made you fall. It's because you allowed yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You allowed yourself. Even when you go to Bible, when Jesus warned Peter, what did he say? He said the devil wants to sift you, but don't allow yourself to fall prey. No be waiting talk, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. He said you on your own, you need to be careful. It is well within your means. Yes, if he tempt you, but it is you that at the end of the day the decision falls on. Should I fall for this temptation or not? Now why I ask that question is because there's somebody that decided to fall for that temptation and they took somebody's life.
In this story that we're about to hey, buckle up,
somebody's life.
Put on your seatbelt, is about to go down.
It's about to go down. So here's a video explaining exactly what happened and caused this individual to kill somebody. Here's this video.
This is Mr. Ifan Yokuaja, male of Umegumpam in Ahia Zumbise LGA, Imo State. Earlier this month, the man is a bus driver to Abia City Mass Transit Nigeria Limited. So earlier this month, he loaded at their park in Onitsha, bound to Lagos State. Then on their way, he had a quarrel with a passenger, and he threatened the passenger and told the passenger that he would deal with him. So on their way, after a Jabode in Ogun State, he saw a truck parked by the roadside, and he intentionally went and bashed his boss on that truck in his bid to cause harm or mayhem to that particular passenger which he had a quarrel with.
Now it is as you have heard, he had an argument with a passenger, and he saw a parked truck, and because of the argument he was having with said passenger, he came to the conclusion that the best way I can conclude this argument, the best way I can win this argument, the best way I can prove my point in this argument is to end this person's life. And how does a simple road argument, of course when Nigerians argue, it will get heated, it will get to a point of the common phrase, do you know who I am? Will come out. I will deal with you. Will come out. We will see. Will come out. All of those talks will come out. So at what point would a simple road argument escalate to the point where a driver will use his own vehicle? He's a public driver, mind you. A driver will use his own vehicle as a weapon to end the life of somebody that is with him there in the front seat. Which can escalate the fight, the argument one escalate reach.
I was going to ask, I say, if there is if you've ever seen where these people at the parks are arguing, you know, when you're seeing drivers at the park. That's one thing that I've actually been very rampant in Port Harcourt since I came. You know, I think I made a video one time and said about these things I found out in Port Harcourt that, you know, made me almost cry. I wasn't used to. And one of them was like constantly seeing fights every day. You know, then when I had to like come out in the morning and, you know, go in the evening, there was no time that I was coming out or coming in that I would not witness a fight with Agbero, bus drivers, you know, or any of those, you know, situations.
This one is ever witnessed.
Yeah, at its park. So sometimes, if you watch what it is that has led to this fight, it's arguments. Especially in a place like a park. There's an incident in my head. You know, this one is at a public park where, you know, they're moving from one state to another, and then they're just there arguing about Messi and Ronaldo and football. And the next thing is they say, shut up there. And then this one feels like, why are you telling me to shut up? You know, and then ego begins to play. And one thing with men, when they begin to fight, especially men that are egoistic, you can see that egos will begin to clash. And men do not like their egos being trampled upon. So men like that, the first thing is to defend their ego. And it might just move forward to, you know, giving someone a slap or a spank. And before you know what's happening, a small argument leads to something even bigger.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when these arguments happen, it is very important that you're self-aware to know when it is to remove yourself from that argument, so you do not get to the point where you're stabbing or, you know, doing something wicked to another person. Sometimes these arguments don't even mean anything. Imagine arguing over Messi and Ronaldo that are earning their money in their countries.
Exactly.
You know, they're doing well. I understand the passion for the football, but being smart is being able to differentiate reality from, you know, what this is a game. And realizing that this is not your reality. These people, you don't know them. And the arguments will always be so personalizing. You say that my player, this time my player. I mean, how much did you buy the player? But yeah, that's like on the lighter side. What I'm trying to say at the end of the day is that sometimes when you see these people have these arguments, you just know inside your heart that this argument is going to lead to something bigger. And boom, it leads to something bigger. Yeah. Right? So I think that at the end of the day, it is important that we know our limits. You know very well the argument. See, I don't want to say what kind of argument is it that will lead you to go and, you know, say want to kill somebody, because the picture I have in my head, there are people that can say the dumbest of things. There are people that you cannot break them. True. Like you might just be saying, imagine telling somebody that this thing is yellow and they are looking at this thing is yellow. Okay, no, let me use this, like this table is white, and they're looking at this table and tell you that it's blue. And you know very well that this table, you have called everybody around you and they're telling you that no,
this table is blue.
You know how frustrating that can be, especially if maybe you need that information to prove a point, or maybe that can be so frustrating that you want to eat, you would like, it can be so frustrating. And one thing about frustration is that when you are frustrated or anger, that's a negative feeling. So your reactions to those will most likely be negative. True. It takes a lot of self-awareness to know that this, I'm reacting from a negative place, and any reactions now will be negative. So it's better for me to intentionally change my reaction. But naturally, if you're reacting from a place of frustration, a place of anger, those are already negative places. So when you're reacting, your reactions are going to be negative as well, because that's how your mind works. So it is important that when you have gotten that person that wants to frustrate you, that wants to make sure that you react negatively, you choose to not react at all. You step back and refuse to get yourself. Because this thing we were saying jokingly, when I was still home, and two elderly women. Now one has, you know, they lived in the same compound. One had children that were living in the compound. The other, the children were not available. Two mature women, they should be in their 60s. One used to sell akara and bread and pap. And oh my, you know this thing where in our house we have to wait. In the morning from 6 a.m. there are different people who come out to sell akara and bread. But we don't buy from them. We wait for this woman to come and take our own akara and bread. Every morning on Saturday, I think I was looking for a salon or something. And I went outside and I saw people gathered in this person's compound. Now what happened? These two elderly women, I think one person was one of them. Elderly women, they have children, grown children who have other children. You know, I think maybe one person was sweeping or something, and the next thing, the other person maybe carried broom and touched the other person's leg. There was already like a beef between them, and before you know it, they both start to argue with each other, and the other one just carried a knife and cut the other one's ear down, and that's how the person went. That's how the other woman went. And guess what? They both have children. So this other one's children got the police immediately and arrested this woman. That is how that woman never sold a car and pap again for us every morning. Why? Because she's in maximum prison. For what? Early morning problem. Just wake up early in the morning, sweeping your compound, or if she was sweeping your compound, and then before you know it, not once later, they carry a knife, somebody's ear. Probably she wasn't even thinking she was going to do that. But you see, I don't know if I should call it the devil, but the devil is there. It's not the devil, no. You know how some people always want to threaten you with something, and you don't know when it is that it actually does happen. I want to believe that, she did it without, without even knowing. Maybe she was angry, and then she tried to do it, and it happened that way. And guess what? She is, I don't know the situation of things now because we moved away from that place. But I know that woman, once police took her away, everybody was like, this woman is not coming back. Why? Because the children made sure that woman stays there. I mean, who wouldn't? Even if I am the child, I will make sure that you pay for that crime. But I'm very sure too that crime was not intended the way it came out. Why? What happened? Anger. And it's very important too, because see, people, you see this life, you'll be frustrated by people. Oh no. It is scientifically proven that the hardest of the people, or the hardest thing to ever control, are human beings. You can't put any control on human beings because we have been blessed with individual characteristics that can either be harnessed into good or harnessed into bad. There is no remote that controls us like every other thing. So because of that, you're going to meet different versions of things. And let's not also forget, spiritually, and I'm going to bring spiritual in here because I'm a Christian. Spiritually, there's a devil who is also roaming around. Do you understand? Who wants to plant his own seeds everywhere. So at the end of the day, there is bad and there is good, and they both coexist in the same space. So most definitely, no matter how good it is that you are, there is bad lurking around you. You have to be very intentional to make sure that you do not now come and do bad thing. One small mistake, you have landed in police, you have landed in prison for the rest of your life. You have no idea what's going to become of you any longer, and that's how you waste the rest of your life. And it's very important that we take these things into consideration. If somebody is bringing out a negative reaction from you, or someone is taking you to a negative position, mentally, withdraw yourself immediately. It's not worth it at the end of the day. There's nothing that is worth taking you. There's nothing that is worth all this at the end of, because you have a very short life normally to live. So imagine now shortening it because of somebody else's behavior. It's important that we tell ourselves the truth and we really spotlight situations like this, spot out issues like this, so that people know that anger is not a good thing. And the funny thing is that is what the devil uses mostly, because that's easier to pry on. Anger, frustration. So it is very easy. It is important that you know that this thing, and everybody has another thing. People always say, "Oh, I have anger issues." Everybody have anger issues.
See, when we are talking about anger issues and getting to a point of wanting to threaten someone, when you want to threaten someone, Vera, threatening is not a subconscious move. Threatening is a conscious decision. It takes conscious effort and conscious thought to decide that I want to threaten this person. So Vera, if I hold a knife to you now and I'm like, you like this, I'm going to choke you knife. Or what's your problem? It has already crossed my mind. I saw the weapon, I decided to pick the weapon, and I decided what I want to use the weapon to do. So there is no, I did not intend it to be like this, or I did not intend it to be like that. The fact that we were having an argument, I saw this weapon, and it's even worse when the weapon is a completely different vicinity. I made up my mind that I'm going to where that weapon is. I'm going to go and get it. I'm going to point it at you. These decisions are made in stages. Human beings are like computers. You cannot make a computer give you a protein. You know what? We're going to go on a short break. It's getting a bit too heated. You understand? We're going to go on a short break. And when we come back from that short break, I'll just bring you some recap that we had on Friday. Just to lighten the mood a little bit. Because like I said, it don't be hot. Because me, I don't feel as everywhere don't be hot. It don't be red. So we're going to go on the short break. And when we come back, we're going to lighten your mood a little bit with something that goes on, or rather something that went on Friday. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to CEMTV's Jolly Life.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.
Voice of the people, stories that matter.
Oh wow!
Truth in every moment, now and forever. Across every border, across every land, we form, we empower, together we stand. From Africa to the world, connecting every voice.
This is CEMTV, reliable news and entertainment.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.
Voice of the people, stories that matter.
Oh wow!
Truth in
Welcome back from that short break. Like I promised you, once we come back from this break, we're going to bring something a bit more jolly to enter the jolly life. You understand? Because when you hear that somebody killed somebody because of argument, it has a way of making your blood boil and it has a way of ruining the mood. But to bring back that jolly to jolly life, we had something on Friday last week, Vera.
Yes, most
The
definitely.
TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Our party, our jolly, our dance, our chopping, our everything, he did there. So I promised you guys last week, or rather we promised you guys last week, that when we come this week, we're going to, we're going to pepper you. We're going to do you jealousy. We're going to do you longo longo. So there are some videos that we want to show you from our TGIF. Don't feel too jealous, but watch it and enjoy.
Yeah, stuff to do, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good boy.
It's in a me, take it easy.
Hip, hip, hip,
Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand at this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, go to the Fuji.
You can see the enjoyment. You can see the jolly. Hip hip hip, hooray! Everywhere you can see our chairman. The one and only founder, owner, CEO, CEMTV himself. You saw him there. Mark Anthony, the doctor himself, and having someone so humble, instill team building, team synergy with events like this. Vera, is something that it's a first for me. It's a first, and it's a very welcome first. At least it's something you look forward to, it's something you're happy to indulge in, and it's something that would allow you to relate with the people that other associations, they are afraid to meet with their chairman, with their CEO. We have our own, we enjoy ourselves. But I think this is they prepare them.
As I always say, this particular segments that we inculcated into our daily life is basically to let you know that workplace can also be very interesting. It can actually have so much fun and so much enjoyment, just like we have here. So if you are a boss today, remember that the people working with you are human beings, so do as much as you can to make sure they are okay, they are fine, and their brains are active, because obviously these are gatherings that actually put our brains active, make us laugh, relax, and get the tension of work off our shoulders. So please make sure to inculcate this in your office. Make sure to suggest it in your office, even if it doesn't have to do with a lot of food, as you can see, but you can also have so much fun. These clips don't even do justice to the kind of fun that we have on Fridays. Honestly, they don't do justice. So even if it's just to gather together, play some games, bond with your colleagues, and just enjoy the time off the load and stress that work can bring, please do that and just imbibe the culture, enjoy yourself, and have fun. That's all we're trying to say here, and it's not going to stop, because every week we're going to be showing you what we're enjoying in our office. Sorry, take it like that.
All these are better I said, it's only how that I've peppered you. You are jealous, and next week I'll come back to jealousy you again. Just expect it. Friday is just around the corner. We'll come and pepper you again. But that's the most we can take on Jolly Life today. Next time, tomorrow, we'll be here with another juicy story, with another better, hotter story, so that me and Vera will argue. I'm still waiting for the day me and Vera will argue.
You see that argument that I talked about, somebody have ended up in prison because of arguments.
It's going to happen.
I'm not inside.
We'll argue. Don't worry, if you're looking forward to it, come tomorrow, you will see us. I'm Emmanuel Tamuno Tenari, but you can call me Tammy for short. And with this, I bid you adieu. Enjoy yourself.